Welcome to Catherine the Paint. Today we are going to do a basic resining. So I went to do the whole steps from beginning to end to show you guys how to resin, just for beginners. Resin for beginners. This is KS resin, and it has the resin bottle and the hardener. And this is the only kind of resin I've used, but I really like the results. I will probably try different brands later on, but I'm pleased with this, so I'm going to order some more of this. I have used about a third of the bottle, and I've done 2 batches. So I did, like, for a third of the bottle, I covered 24 tiles and a vase. I think that's it. So just to give you an idea. So let's get started. So it is winter right now, but here in Texas today it is 80 degrees. So I don't have a problem with the cold right now, but in another place, other places, you might have a problem. So what you would do is stick both these bottles in a pan of warm water and just let them have like a warm bath for a while, maybe 15-20 minutes, and then be sure and dry the bottle off before you start to pour from them. So, but you can see it's pretty liquid here, so we're good. But I know so many other people would have problems with that. I wanted to let you guys know. So what I do is I use this for a measure. That way I don't have to use a measuring cup because it's equal parts. So equal parts resin to hardener. So I am going to fill this cup up, put it in here, and then fill it up with the hardener. I'm going to pour the resin first. I have heard it's better to pour the resin first, but the bottle doesn't say that, but I've heard actual YouTubers say it because I kind of watched some videos to try to get an idea of how to do this. So I'm just going to scrape all the resin out of here because I want about the same amount of each. So always wipe the lip of your container before you put the lid back on, and that way it doesn't glue it shut or cause a bigger mess. All right. All right. And that is the hardener. Now we are going to mix this continuously, scraping the edges and scraping the stick so that it gets really mixed up very well for 3 minutes. So I'm going to wipe the rim, close this up so no tragedies happen. You don't want to spill this stuff. It's expensive. It's not crazy expensive like I thought it was going to be, but still don't want to waste it. Okay, so now you're going to start stirring it, and we're going to do this for 3 minutes, and I'm going to do that off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've been stirring it for 3 minutes, but just to be clear, you're scraping the edges, scraping the bottom, scrape off the stick, scrape off the edges, stir. You want to do that for a full 3 minutes because you want it to be very well mixed. All right, so that is done. Now I am going to cover these tiles. These are the 2 tiles that I did out of leftover paint after I did my triptych. I don't know if y'all seen that video. I'll link it below. And then I did a video of making these with just scraping the paint off the pad. And so this is how they turned out. Actually, this is not the right one. That is not it. I will be right back. I gotta get the right tile. Okay, here's the other one. They're all taped off, ready to be resined. So just pour a puddle on each one. You want to have enough, but you don't want too much because you don't want to waste it. Okay, that one's wanting to go off, so we'll do it first. So then I just use my fingers and spread it around over top of another tile so it can catch any extra. And then I kind of get a rhythm going after the top is covered, and I kind of go like this. So I'm going over the edge because there's like a curve there, and sometimes it can be a little tricky to get all the edges. And if you just rotate, you kind of make sure you get it all. And I went around this one twice just because I like to make sure it's all covered really good. See how easy that is? And then you're done. All right, so let's get all 4 of these done. And then I have plenty of resin left. I'm going to do this small painting over here. And I have not done a painting yet, so this will be new for me. It's a small one though, so it shouldn't be a problem. The petal was actually about the exact right amount, so not really having any extra. I'm sure there'll be a couple of drips as they sit there, but so this is about the amount, just not too much. You want it to be covered really good, but you don't want to waste. After we do the painting, if I still have enough resin, I will show you the vase that I did the other day. I missed a tiny spot, so I'm gonna put a second coat on. So I've heard it's not a big deal. If you miss a spot, you can just put on a second coat, which it costs you the, you know, twice the resin, but it's not that big a deal. So I'm hoping these tiles come out good. They were from leftover paint. It was so much fun. I just could not leave the paint on the pad. It was just, it looked like gold, and it had the color crazy patterns in it. I'm just like, yeah, that's it. Gotta at least try. It's all about experimentation. All right. That one is done well. All right. All right. Also, I forgot to tell you, I saw somebody on a video say that you should wear 2 pairs of gloves, and that's perfect because now I can take this pair off, then I'll have another pair to do that. So take these off. Now I won't get resin everywhere while I move these, and I will be right back with the painting. All right, I forgot a step. Also, you're supposed to torch it. It'll even it out and get any bubbles out and really help you get the finish that you want. So just carefully, do not burn it, don't get too close, don't stay too long. Just kind of go over it. I like to go over it twice just to make sure. I do it once, and I kind of look at it from an angle. It does look good. I don't see any spots that I missed. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time. And we are done with that. So now I will be right back with the painting. Okay, now we are ready to do this little painting. It's in a good spot. Here we go, the sun's coming for us. All right, let's get this done fast. All right, so it's gonna take a little more than the other because it's got the deep sides. All right. Still, I'm gonna use the same method. Kind of spread it all around the top, and now I'm gonna go spread it down the sides. So this is still taped off, and it has the push pins that were already in it from painting it. I just left them in it because I knew I wanted to resin this when it was time. So, last side. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. It's getting a little thin. Oh. All right. I think I want to go ahead and rerun my hands on the whole thing and the sides again just to make sure. Okay, I think that is good. Now I'm going to take these gloves off. I'm going to torch it. I'm going to rotate it because I'm having a hard time reaching that other side. All right, I think that is it. I think this is going to be gorgeous. So I'm excited. I will be doing more paintings with all my resin if this one works out, which I'm hoping it will. So hold on, I'm going to get that vase. Okay guys, I don't know if y'all can see it, but right here on the lip going up, there is a spot with no resin, which ruins the whole thing. So I am going to redo it. And here's what I rigged up. I had this vase and I put some water in it so that the weight of the vase doesn't make it fall over. And then just used one of those wooden stir sticks from my house paint. Just put it on there and then I just resined it. Of course I did not do a perfect job, so you know, it was in the middle of the night. No, I was really tired. So hopefully, since this is the middle of the day, maybe no excuses, let's get this right. So I kind of just poured it on the bottom and then just go down the whole entire vase. You want to cover the whole area. Again, you don't want to waste a whole lot, so just trying to rotate it, make sure I get the whole thing. A little bit more. This resin is supposed to have a work time of 45 minutes, so you can plan your amounts to your projects and to your time. So don't plan to do 50 tiles. You might want to just mix up enough to do 20 at a time or something. 15 at a time. I don't know. Depends on how fast you are. I'm still learning, but I am having a blast. Okay. You know, last time I managed not to get any resin on this bottom face. This time, it's not so much. All right, well, the whole thing is covered now. So it looks good. All I need to do is torch it off to make sure there's no bubbles. And just let it drip. It'll drip a little bit. And then it can drip on this, no problem. So I guess I'm going to take that off. Torch it. Guys, I'm not even kidding you. I had a hard time getting these gloves back on. It's not hands got hot. It is 80 degrees here today in Texas, and it is December. Ridiculous. So when I took my gloves off, my hands were sweaty, and so I had a really hard time getting them back on. All right, well, there it is. I hope you guys learned something about resin. I hope you have fun doing this. And thank you so, so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Be inspired. Okay, so it's 3 days later, and I wanted to show you guys how the resin turned out. Here is the painting. It is absolutely gorgeous, but there are a couple of like tiny little spots that I'm not crazy about, like right there. Don't know if y'all can see that actually. So I think I'm going to put another coat on this, just because I really love this painting and I want it to be perfect, hopefully. So we'll see. Then I have some other tiles here that I covered. Those are two of the ones that I just scraped off the pad and just put it on there, and I resined them. They turned out absolutely gorgeous. Woo! So that was a bonus, extra ones. And then here's a few of the other ones I painted recently. The bloom technique. And then here's in the video from, I think, yesterday or a couple days ago, by the time you see this. These are the fall colors ones, and they look gorgeous, all nice and resined, ready to go. Here is the first time I tried a black topper, and it wasn't watery enough, it didn't have enough, it wasn't liquid enough, but it turned out so gorgeous. The gold all through there, I don't know, I'm trying to turn it different directions, see if you can see the gold glinting off of there. Anyway, they turned out beautiful. Here's another one. This one is my absolute favorite of all my tiles, of all my blooms. This is my very favorite, and it's my grandson's favorite too. It's so funny. He was like, oh, Nana. It doesn't even have the most obvious lacing, but the lacing it does have and the cells and stuff are so, so pretty. Let's see if you can see the shine off of it. All right, and this one. So also I pulled out the silver, black, and white tiles that I just did a video on, and someone wanted to know how they turned out after they dried, and I had already resined them, all except this one. So this one has not been resined, but that's how it dried. And this is resined. That's one of them. Here's, oh my gosh, that one. Not pretty. And then this one, look at those cells. Yep. So side by side, resined, not resined. I highly recommend resining. I'm a newbie. I used the KS resin, and I'm about to order another set of this. I still, I'm about halfway done now, so I'm excited because I have lots and lots of things I want to do with resin. So I'm sure you'll be seeing some of it very, very soon. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and all your comments really help me to know if I'm doing the right thing or what else I can do, what I didn't do quite right, the whole shebang. I'm really having a blast, and I'm really glad you guys are going through this with me. And please like and subscribe. Be inspired.